Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back. So I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So we got approved for our insurance claim for trip reimbursement from Australia.
Really?
Yes. Well, because we had a legitimate medical excuse, and actually, it's funny because
because you're her dad.
No, because the baby. The baby. We told you the doctor wrote the note saying that we shouldn't be traveling to places of low air quality because he had like a little respiratory
Oh, okay.
thing going on.
So what insurance was this, like health insurance?
It's some travel insurance that you can buy after the fact that protects against certain things. We bought it before the fact that we had to take him to the doctor and got this note and everything. And it turns out he got way worse. Like he was on antibiotics up through the yesterday because he got this really nasty cough and like the eyes were just like pouring goop out of them. It was like both the kids got like sick in the last like couple of weeks with some flu like things and infection like things. So it turns out to be really good that we didn't go because
when would you have left? Is it now?
We would have been back a couple days ago.
Oh shit! I didn't realize. I thought it was still like an upcoming thing.
No, we would have gotten back on the 19th.
Okay.
So it turned they'd have been sick in the middle of all of it. Oh, by the way, have you ever seen one of these hives? One of the man-made ones with honey in it. That's why I was leaving.
Oh no, I have not. Where's it at?
So there's one over here you can come look at. So you can see that they do honeyfy.
Honeyfy.
But we got approved for the claim. But here's the interesting thing: they are paying like everything except for $500 because $500 was a cancellation fee that had to get paid when we decided to cancel the trip, and it doesn't cover any post expenses. It only covers what had already been paid.
God, but they're not giving you your money back and then charging you $500. They're taking $500 out of the money you paid.
Well, so that's what I thought. I haven't quite got that all figured out from Julia yet to understand how that works because I'm more stuck on the fact of so that they're basically giving us a total of like $3,000 and some odd dollars because that's what was left after the cancellation. So we canceled, got everything except for like $500 back from one travel company. Or no, we didn't get like $2,500 back. But $500 of it was this after cancellation fee. I don't quite know how all the numbers work because I'm not the one who bought it all. So basically, the insurance company is paying us $2,000 as opposed to $2,500, which is what we're technically have into the trip so far, minus the cost of the insurance policy, which was like $600 in itself.
Oh,
my concern, it's expensive. My concern is that had we just not canceled, since we won the travel insurance claim, they would have paid us for everything, which would have been $8,000.
Whoa, wow. That's like a $6,000 difference. I'm confused.
Well, that's because we canceled, so we got a lot of the money back.
Oh.
But we had to pay like this extra cancellation fee on top of it. There was like one through the airline that we did get because I think that was like, we just didn't give you back this much money, so it wasn't an extra payment. So that was considered not post cancellation payment. But the other one, for some reason, was you pay us $500 and we'll give you back this. I don't know why it works that way, but that's how it works. So we can't get that back. But where I'm really struggling is not only for a company to somehow have their terms be written in if you want to cancel, we'll give you back this much money after you pay us this much money. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. But for two, it's like literally we could have not done the courteous thing and actually canceled, and they would have paid us $8,000. But since we did cancel when we were told to cancel for this medical reason, which is why we're winning the insurance claim, we are getting penalized $500 for it.
Yeah, that seems weird.
It just seems weird that the insurance company would be like, okay, you just saved us $6,000, so here's that $500.
Right.
Basically it's we will pay you less money and charge you for it essentially because you guys did what you were supposed to do and actually canceled the trip, as opposed to just not refunding your stuff and paying the full amount and having us pay the full amount.
Well, I guess you learned your lesson. Don't do the right thing.
Well, but I guess at the same time, then you're looking at a gamble, right? Because what if they had somehow like fought it and we're like, well, we don't buy this like medical excuse, so therefore we're gonna,
Yeah, that's true.
Which I always find weird about insurance policies. Like, I'm glad that they actually said, yes, we're gonna do it because it makes you feel okay about that company in the future. Any company that would, you buy an insurance policy for a reason, and they won't cover something because they claim it's not covered under insurance, which is, I think, what people get into with healthcare all the time. But it's a problem because the average consumer doesn't really have a say in the way things are coded in order to be covered or not covered under your healthcare. It'd just be weird for a company to be like, nah, I'm just not going to pay you for that.
Well, it's good that y'all didn't have to. God, because you were basically going to be out $8,000. Whenever we talked about this before, you didn't mention the insurance though, so I didn't know you'd had that.
When we were thinking about canceling before we actually we didn't have that.
Oh, so you didn't buy it when you got the tickets. You bought it
we bought it after the fact, and then sick, and we had to take him to the doctor. And granted, it was not as bad as it could have been. We still could have probably gone at that time, but it's so glad we didn't because it progressed into other illnesses that would have made him a miserable child on the trip. Like, they both just got kind of hit with that flu that went around.
They had the actual flu
after the so we're pretty confident. Like, we don't really have a thermometer. There's no point unless you think your child is like, what does it matter if you're 101 or 102 degrees? If you feel hot, you're probably hot.
Did you say you don't have a thermometer? Is that what you just said?
We don't have one that we really use in the kids, no.
That's weird.
I don't really see a point. I don't need to know if you're truly have a fever or not. If I see you acting lethargic and acting sick and you feel like you're burning up, you probably have a fever and you can have some Tylenol. It ain't gonna kill you. That's how I think about it.
I mean, y'all are doctors. What do I know? But I feel like having the exact temperature is important sometimes.
It could be if the exact temperature was. What is it going to help unless it's greater than 106 or something?
Yeah. But sometimes my daughter feels hot, but I'll check her temperature and she don't have a fever.
And you think giving her a dose of Tylenol would have killed her?
No.
That's kind of where we're like, ain't gonna kill her. Ain't gonna kill him if they get a dose of Tylenol and they don't need a Tylenol. No big deal. Though I will tell you, it was funny with so I've told you that Jack before has likes medicine when he doesn't need medicine, right? But when he's really, really sick, when he was really sick for a week and a half, 7 or 8 months ago, he didn't want to take any of the medicine down. He was just so miserable. He didn't want to take any medicine in the middle of the night, even though he'll ask for medicine when he's not sick sometimes because they make medicine taste too good now for kids. It's kind of like candy to them. We got this medicine for the baby when he was last week that he just finished. Yesterday it was Augmentin, so this antibiotic combination because he had a potential ear infection in his eye goop that was coming out. And I don't know if the pharmacy that we went to just doesn't understand the children or if there's just no way to make this one good, but it was terrible. Fucking thick, white, chalky, disgusting taste. No flavoring added to it to make it more tolerable for a 1-year-old child.
Right.
And giving it to him the first day is he got him 5 mils, and it was just a fighting battle to make him take it down because he wanted to spit it out. He was crying. It was it looked like we're torturing our poor child. 10-day dosing regimen, twice a day for this stuff. So day 2 or the second dose was kind of the same battle. So we're okay, we're gonna have to do something. I don't know what we're gonna do. If we can get some flavoring or something from the pharmacist. The third dose was Sunday.
Like,
So
can you like mix it with like applesauce or something?
We tried to mix it with some like milk just to make it, but the problem is then it was more because we're mixing it with something that didn't have that much flavor, and then he didn't like it anyway because it overpowered the flavor. So it was just like more stuff that he didn't want.
Right.
The third dose, I swear to God, our baby is so funny. He looked at me like it was the most disgusting thing in the world, but then he just sat there like stone faced and was basically like, "Give it to me." And every time he would take a sip of it, he would just make this nasty face, kind of shake his head, and then put his mouth back out and suck the rest of it out of the little syringe. He was literally like, I know where this is going. Let's get this fucking over with. And that's how he was throughout the rest of the time. You could tell he hated everything about it. He would make the nastiest face, but he sucked that shit down because it was like he knew it was the easier alternative than just fighting about it for 20 minutes. It was, let's take it down in 30 seconds and then move on.
Well, that's good at least.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to see just this little determined look of, because I don't feel like Jack has ever done that. And even he has medicine that he likes the flavor of, and he will argue about taking it down when he actually needs it,
Yeah, most kids, like, it's hard to get them to take medicine. It seems like even whenever it tastes all right. Well, I mean, I guess there is the one like the really grape flavored stuff, and it's just like this is candy basically, which is kind of a problem because like then like you said, like your kid's now asking for medicine when they don't need it.
Well, I remember that. I think the only one when I was a kid that I remember ever having a decent taste was Dimetapp.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I don't even know what the hell Dimetapp is for. Never. I think it's only for like a peds medication. I've never given it to any adult in my nursing
it's for
career
mucus, life. Basically.
That was the only one I remember tasting good. And I remember when I was told to take cough medicine sometimes, cough medicine was the like medicine-iest medicine
I still don't like cherries or like the like cherry flavored things
because of the cough medicine like thing, and it's just so bad. But I remember it almost being like you have to suck it up and take it type of deal was the way it was acted, and I was not as good as my 1-year-old son is now. I would almost vomit every time I would have I had to take cough medicine. Like it would make me so sick. And I think more of it was I knew it tasted bad, and it was just like the mind over matter thing, and I didn't have that down. I mean, I still don't have it down sometimes. It's I would do food challenges hell at the marathon.
I remember watching you. God, it wasn't even the dog food. It was like Spam or something, and you just like
the Spam got rough halfway through. Like it got rough, and then it was in my mind, and I couldn't take it down anymore.
That's funny to me. Like I don't get that one, but the dog food was rough. I'll admit that.
The dog food was terrible. It was so much worse than I ever thought it could possibly be, too.
Yeah.
So much worse. And thinking about it right now, I'm like, I could do it. I could take it down. I know better though.
Yeah, I can't believe I ate as much of that dog food as I did before you and Doc gave up that one year.
Well, and that's what scares me about if I ever did get my dream and go on Survivor. It would be one of the ones when they bring back one of those food challenges.
I missed that. I don't know why they've stopped doing that.
Maybe they just realized it's not as fair and balanced because some people are...
Nah, suck it up and eat that slug. I feel like as much as I would not want to eat a fucking the 1,000-year-old egg or any of those things, like I could just destroy that challenge.
Yeah, I feel like I could right now too, but knowing what happens at the marathon, like it's not the case. I don't know. But I do wonder if they did get rid of it. It's not as... But I guess every challenge can be said that way.
Yeah. No, nothing's like fair and balanced.
Well, and I honestly think in the latest seasons of Survivor, I don't know about this one that's going on right now. I haven't started watching it yet. I think they're like 3 episodes in, so I have no idea what they're doing. So it's all just like team challenges at this point, I'm sure. But when they get near the end, I feel like they've all turned into just endurance challenges.
Right.
And I'm just like, I don't know, like they all just seem to do the same concept and the same thing over and over and over again with an occasion more interesting one thrown in there, but a lot of times it's like, okay, we're gonna do the one where you put the you balance the ball on your head against the bar and you're up on your tiptoes. Who stays here the longest? Like this is what it's
Right.
gonna be. I feel like that's all what the end challenges are anymore, and there's very limited ones that challenge different skill sets of people when you get to the end.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like, I mean, I don't know. I haven't watched the last season yet either, so I'm way behind. Like I haven't seen
I'm trying to remember if it was any.
the war or whatever, like the wars of the past or whatever the fuck it was called. It was the ones where like they brought back previous winners.
Oh, no, the previous winter one I think is the one. Now you're talking.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I think so, because season 40 I thought was supposed to be the one with all the previous winners. You're talking the one where it had Sandra were
And Rob, I think, was there too.
well, the Rob and Sandra were there, but they weren't contestants.
Right, they were just helping.
They were helpers in some way, shape, or form. Which
Yeah, I haven't seen that season.
it was that part of it was done strangely. I don't know if I was thought that gimmick was good. There was interesting things that happened last season. That I'm curious to see your take when you actually do watch it, because it was more real life problems that got brought into that season of Survivor. It's just a matter of I want to know how
Okay.
not 100% legit or done for ratings in a way, because that's been some of it won't make sense to you until you see it, but it was.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, as that show goes on,
made people question that whether the things that they went through, whether they were done legitimately or if they were done just for ratings.
Huh. It would surprise me. I feel like more and more as that show goes on, there's more shit that's just like rating gimmicks than anything else.
Right. I wouldn't call this one a gimmick per se, but
okay.
I don't know. You'll just have to see it at some point. But all in all, I don't think the season was that particularly exciting. Because weren't we talking about this before? And people were actually commenting about, well, you should watch this one. This season's like really good so far. Like I'm really hooked on it.
I feel like that was the season before, because that was the one Justin. Everyone was like, I can't stream. I have to watch this episode of Survivor and like all this stuff.
Maybe it was the season before.
But then when I did watch that season, I was like, it was all right.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't feel like any of the seasons lately have been anything that I've been like all about. I think Julia's kind of upset because I think she's a little bit more into Survivor now than she used to be, because I've made her watch it with me for a while, but she's still she's never seen like probably seasons 1 through 20, so she's 20 less seasons than I've seen, and she sees it on the DVR and she's like, oh, I want to start watching Survivor. I'm like, no, not yet. There's only 3 seasons recorded. I'm gonna wait till there's
3 episodes.
Before we watch this thing. She's like, why? And I'm like, just because I don't want to just sit around and wait. Only when I start seeing spoilers is when I get upset about.
Right. I'm lucky. Like I don't do whatever it is you do that gets you the spoilers. Like whatever news thing, app, Google thing you have, whatever. I don't have that problem. So like I just go live my life and don't have to worry about it. And then when the season's over, I'll watch it all.
Where are you?
I've been working on the little walkway area downstairs.
I was like in bed for a while, and I was like walking around, and I'm like, Soccer's not asking us to go to bed. You're not asking us to go to bed.
Oh yeah, I didn't know it was dark again.
Yeah, it's dark, but I mean, it's not. There's nothing around here. The only thing I was waiting for is I'm trying to really get a grasp on how many bees are still around. There's these 2 hives. Keep getting honey in them, so there's clearly bees around, but I don't see them ever.
Yeah, I was feeling like there was bees that were giving us honey but not leaving their hives, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
So I'm kind of confused at what's happening here.
Out of wood.
There's plenty of it over here. Oh wait, you need a different.
Yeah.
There's not plenty of that over here.
No, it's like these 3 trees that keep growing.
And I feel this hive that I know has 3 bees in it. It's like not honeyed. Maybe they need more flowers. So I only got 1 flower in here.
Yeah, I think flowers do affect how quickly the honey comes out. Maybe I don't actually know. I'm just saying shit.
You're still a little baby bee. I'll put
Did
the
you
flower
move
down
some
there.
of the bees up into the bee house?
Yes. Oh, it's kind of weird. I put a campfire underneath this beehive that's in the treehouse, and I didn't realize the smoke, when it rises, it like stops if there's a block above it. It's weird. You see the smoke?
Yeah. Huh.
It's really strange. Yeah, there's 2 bees that were in here, and I bred them once to get this little guy. So I'm waiting for him to come out again so I can breed him. This thing did fill up once with honey, but they've been in there since like halfway through the last episode we did. So I was waiting for these guys to come out of their little hive. Hi, bee.
I don't think they're supposed to come out at night. So
This bee jumped out.
we probably should
Right
sleep.
when I came.
He's probably in the nether. He was in the nether a minute ago.
There's a zombie. Wait, and a skeleton?
I was about to say, how's this zombie shoot me with an arrow?
Yeah, that's weird. I just saw the arrow, too. I saw the skeleton.
All soccer's in.
Oh, yeah. There's like a bunch of animals mobs over here. I'm sleeping while looking at an arrow through my foot. Oh, he's at his bed blew up. Wait, is he in the net? What? Did you see the chat?
Yeah. There's no way he tried to sleep in the nether. He's not that dumb.
But we would know because it would have turned over to nighttime bed.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's not in the nether. Right. I think the sun's rising, isn't it?
Oh, a creeper blew him up. Yeah, it does look like the sun is rising. Oh man, there's a creeper right over by our stuff too.
Like coming for us? Oh, I see him over there.
He's by our stuff. He could have been.
It's daytime. I guess it's daytime now. All right.
Oh man, that was terrible. I did find out, thanks to somebody's comment, that apparently just breeding these mushrooms is not going to get us the brown one.
Oh,
Apparently,
really?
you have to get struck by lightning.
What?
I guess it has to get struck by lightning in order to make a brown mushroom.
Wow, fucking.
I don't know if it's wow fucking.
God.
In that split second animation where
Yeah,
you hit
yeah.
the 2 wheats and they got the hearts on their head, it's got to get struck by lightning at exactly that point. That would be definitely interesting. Oh yeah, this thing is dripping with honey now.
Dripping.
39 honeycombs. Anything we can do with it besides make more beehives?
So, it's probably that time probably to talk about this. But when you said dripping, this is what it did to me. So I know you've been to strip clubs. Do you know anyone, or have you?
Yeah, I know many people who've been.
No, yeah. No, I know your wife loves them too. But do you know anyone who has ever hired an escort or a prostitute?
Not that has admitted it. I have some friends from back home that I am very confident have done so. Oh, I take that back. I do know there's some of my fraternity brothers do when they were in Mexico.
Like, do you have any good stories?
No, because I wasn't there.
Because I wasn't there.
No, I wasn't there, so I didn't get get all the good stories.
I wasn't in the room with them.
I personally, in general, don't have a problem with the concept of like prostitution. I think they should like legalize it and make it like a safer industry and things like that. But
it's not federally illegal, right? Because I mean, there's some state. I mean, I guess marijuana is federally illegal, but there's some states that legalize.
Yeah, I don't know because I mean, there's like the Bunny Ranch and stuff out in Vegas that's or just outside of Vegas. That was,
but yeah.
Yeah, it must be just outside of Vegas. That's that's completely legal to do so. And I'm more of the opinion if you're a woman or a male who wants to get paid for that, because what is porn? People are getting paid to make porn, right?
Right, but I mean, I guess it's not.
What's the difference with that? People are being paid to engage in the act of sex, whether it's a prostitute, a Jane John, is that what they call it? Type of transaction, or whether it's you're doing it for my watching pleasure, because technically then you're just a voyeur, right?
Right.
So if I pay two other people to have sex in front of me, is that prostitution?
I think if you pay someone to have sex, period, it doesn't have to be with you. I think that's still prostitution.
So in theory, anybody who pays for porn, isn't that what they're doing?
No, because the act's already been performed.
What if you pay a live cam girl?
Then I don't know. That's a good question.
So but in my personal opinion, I think it should be illegal. I think it's, if you want to get paid to do that more power to you. If you want to pay to do that, more power to you. Like, I don't have a problem with it. The people that I do suspect have, the ones that the friends of mine that haven't admitted it, it's usually things that happened in back rooms of strip clubs. And that's not necessarily.
That's not considered prostitution, though, right? Like, if you get a handy in the back of a strip club,
Yeah,
I guess it is still
absolutely
prostitution,
is.
though.
Yeah. And I don't know how much of it was just handies versus other
But
things.
the stripper that does the handy doesn't consider themselves a prostitute.
Probably not. The stripper who does the blowjob might not either.
Any of those things.
But the bigger concern I have with that is, this is just from a gross perspective of, if you're just a guy who's in the back room of a strip club with a chick and she offers something, or it's like even one of those like Asian massage parlors, let's say. Let's get even out of the strip club. You go to an Asian massage parlor.
Why does it have to be Asian? Let's just say massage parlor.
Okay, a massage parlor that offers happy endings, type of deal. Traditionally known as, the Asian ones. But yeah, you're right. They don't have to be an Asian one, but that's just the stereotype of them all. And, whoever your, massage therapist is that's giving you your massage, gives you the little wink, wink, nudge, nudge for like more money or whatever. You weren't her only client that day.
Right.
So you just got to keep that in mind, to think that this chick might have just sucked my penis, but she just finished sucking that dude's penis like less than an hour ago, and she's going to suck another one afterwards too.
So I've thought about this before, and this might be a weird take, but I feel like the mouth recycles juices much faster than a vagina.
Sure. I don't disagree. And people are into like massive gameplay too, so they might not care. I'm just saying, you got to think about that.
Gameplay sounds like something different than a gangbang.
Well, because I don't think gangbangs are usually just down to completion. It sounds more like an act of like intercourse, right?
Yeah.
That's what gangbang sounds like. Gangplay could be like, I'm doing a bunch of things to people and not necessarily having vaginal penetration.
Gameplay still sounds like it involves like the Bloods or the Crips or something.
I mean, maybe it does.
All right. I was just curious.
Where did that?
Well, you said something about something like Drip It, or I don't know. You said something and it just made me think of prostitutes.
Yeah, I have personally never paid for the act of sex, but I have paid strippers for lap dances and stuff at the club. I've gone to the back room before at a club, but I did not get anything.
Did they offer?
No. Well, and this was so. I've never gone to the back room at some of the really shady clubs in Flint that I've been to, where the ones that I know that other things have happened to people, and where some female friends of mine have worked, so I know some of the things that have happened in the back rooms of those places. The one place I did go into the back room, quote unquote back room, I guess it wasn't even a back room though, it was a Deja Vu, which is the only all nude strip club in Michigan, and it can't serve alcohol. Well, I can't say it's the only one. If it is all nude, they don't serve alcohol in Michigan was the law. But it was the only all nude one I to, and they had literally, it was like saloon door stalls that were right off of the main area where people are watching the stage, so you could see the people's feet. And if you if the bouncer would just walk by, he just peek over, it's like a cubicle sized right. Saloon. It's not, you didn't have any privacy. I know in some of the other clubs there were fully closed rooms in the back that you could pay to get into.
For me, because I had a friend and that
he went to the back room of a strip club and never came.
I don't know if he went to strip clubs or not. I think he probably did, but he definitely had paid for sex on more than one occasion. And for me, I don't know. That just wouldn't work for me. Like I don't think I could get off.
Oh, I think I could easily. I think I might be able to get off better because if I felt it was a transaction that I paid for, it's like, the customer is always right type of deal, right? Like I feel like I don't need to be in the mindset that I need to please you. You're supposed to be pleasing me. It might
I guess
it might be better. I don't have to do any work if I didn't want to.
I guess. I don't know. I feel like for me, part of what's required for me to get off is them to get off too.
Yeah, we've talked about you, and you're like, oh god, I personally like him too. I can't do a one night stand. I'm a stand up guy.
It's not I'm a stand up guy. I mean, maybe I am. I don't know, but that's not how I see it. Like, I mean, but I don't know. It's just. I don't know. So I guess it's just different based on the people or whatever. But whenever you said that, you just reminded me of your whole choking somebody immediately came.
I mean, it happens. Sometimes you realize the things you like when you didn't know you were gonna like them that much. So that's why you always try everything once before you.
Yeah, I guess so. Right. Yeah, you never know what you're gonna like.
Exactly.
Anyways, we took a direction. It's my fault.
Yep, a direction.
Well, we're out of time, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's episode.
See ya.
Thanks for watching.